Hello, everyone. This is Hosers number 128. I hope you are doing well on a lovely week in July. I almost forgot the date, July 17th. I'm Thomas of Hosers, and I'm joined by Chris and Carter. How's it going, boys?
What's going on, Thomas?
Nothing much. Just enjoying a semblance of free time without hockey going on. I am someone
Cart,
calling after you.
Carter, he's like, leave me the fuck alone.
Who's that?
Sorry, go ahead, Thomas.
Do you know that we had 100,000 views on a
Yeah.
viral video?
Yeah, it's almost like people don't respect us anymore.
No,
Like
they don't.
we go big time. We go Hollywood with our 100K
They
viewed
simply
clip,
do not.
and people change around us. People want our attention all the time. But no, I'm currently sick. I'm battling a daycare illness. She's fine now, but I have she has passed it on to me, and I'm
like pink eye, diarrhea, lupus.
No, just a cold, I think.
Like everything.
The whole shebang.
Yeah. Just everything. I'm like pouring out of every end. But yeah, I'm doing all right.
Go on. Tell us more about that.
I don't think anyone wants me to be honest.
Okay, fine.
But yeah, I'm doing as well as I can be for a July without any hockey going on. Chris, how are you spending your time without hockey?
Like I told you guys before, I'm like so desperate to find something to like get into over the summer. So baseball is out. It was short-lived. There's just too much shit going on, and I tried to watch the draft, and I was like, so wait, the number one, you don't take the best player available in baseball? This is stupid.
Oh, the MLB draft. That's like the worst, I think, broadcast experience ever.
It was so fucking bad. It was like not enjoyable at all. I watched like a little bit of it, and they're like, oh, that's kind of an off the board pick. And it's like, in hockey, we're just so like trained to take the best player available, and then you figure it all out. But so anyways, yeah, baseball, you're fucking out. In the words of Kenny Powers, the best baseball player of all time. But yeah, I think like right now, very into wrestling, which Carter hates, but Thomas loves, and so that's fine. Really, really trying to get into that, which has been really funny.
That's the stupidest fucking thing you could say. As a 36-year-old dad of two, really just trying my hardest to get into wrestling. It's really important for me right now that I make
Dude,
this happen.
not lost. It's not lost on me, trust me. And lacrosse was also something I tried to get into over the last little while as well. Field lacrosse is so dumb. Like it's not enjoyable at all. So yeah, this has really just been the summer of me like learning about myself. And yeah, I mean that's basically it for me. Obviously working a lot. The other thing that like maybe you guys will empathize with, Robin and I were talking about this today. My grass is so disgusting because it's been so hot outside. So like every single house on my street just has like the deadest, nastiest grass. And so the joke was like, Robin was like, oh, maybe the hobby that you get into is buying a sprinkler and keeping our grass looking nice. And let me just tell you that I don't give a fuck about what the grass looks like as long as it stays cut. And so anyways, like I said, if you guys have things that you think I might be into, let me know. But that's how my summer has been going.
I mean, yeah, like it is funny that I feel like I have a bunch of free time, but then in reality, there's other hobbies, and then also it's like just living also takes up time. Like, oh yeah, I could probably like instead of sitting down and maybe like watching a video, whatever, or like a show that I've been putting off until the hockey off season is like truly going on. I could probably like, I don't know, clean the kitchen or something, deep clean my house,
deep clean
clean like every single room in my house. But
that
yeah,
one comes up as well.
I mean, yeah. Speaking of like the dead of the off season, I feel like it's truly here this week. Like we were promised by, I think it was Chris Johnson earlier, or like 2 weeks ago or something, was like after the Ehlers signing to Carolina, it
Yes.
was like everyone was promising like, oh, this is going to be the domino effect for all these moves. Like whoever was in the Ehlers sweepstakes, like the Capitals are going to try to get this addition for their top six. The Leafs are going to do this and this and this. And now we're July 17th, and then like Jack Rosselvik is like the top free agent available, and like who was like basically put on waivers earlier. But yeah, it's not a fun time, and I think everyone's fucking lying whenever they predict do those tweets of like, oh, the watch out, the action's gonna just heat up soon, everything like that. I feel like there's at least 4 of those every summer on like July 4th after every good free agent has been signed. So yeah, so that's where we are now. There's not going to be anything done. We're like taking on scraps of like Nazem Kadri trade rumors after like he said, yeah, I'm not moving. I don't know why I would move from Calgary, and now everyone's like trying to do that. But yeah, it's a weird time that it's like happens every single year.
Yeah, I'm not really enjoying it. And I mean, it's this weird thing where like yeah, like I just feel like everyone's like so tentative right now to do anything. And it's like maybe some like bigger things need to happen before stuff kind of gets going. But yeah,
what are those big things?
It's
like what, like
strange.
a Jason Robertson trade, or like I don't know what would be like. I think all the projected moves that were gonna happen, like a Robertson trade or Kadri even as like a mid-level like star, like a top 6 player moving.
Mhm.
All those like is basically like, oh, we're not gonna do that right now. We might wait until a trade deadline or something, or
Yeah.
like maybe next summer when more cap space is opened up and more, and like we have this player off our books or whatever. I feel like right now it's at a weird position, and especially with like the increased cap. Like fuck, I should probably pull up puckpedia.com, but like
Great website.
every yeah, like every hockey podcaster does. But like these aren't the final cap numbers, because obviously they'll be like, these are full rosters that players will eventually get put on waivers. Like the Flyers don't have just 370K. Like Ivan Fedotov, the goalie, like that's them carrying 3 goalies. So they have like a little bit over 1.5 basically, or like 1.4.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's only 3 teams that are going into the above, and those are teams that will be using LTIR. And then it's just like teams that have a bunch of room. Like when was the last time the Leafs had 5 million cap space in the middle of July?
Ago.
Yeah. So like I feel like we're at a point where now cap space is like a lesser commodity. So now it's weird that there hasn't been moves really made. Like even like I don't know, like the Kraken like the Hurricanes having 10 million cap space and having a full roster. Like are they just gonna hold on to that cap space to do something at the deadline? Like it's just
Well, I just think that like people, like when I said earlier, like people are so tentative about stuff. I feel like so much of that right now is because there's just like, what are you're gonna overspend on a guy that's like not going to really move the needle for you, right? So I look at like, I mean, I got to give Montreal a lot of credit. Like they used their cap space in a way that made sense, right? Like tying up players, and like, you know, yesterday I really liked the Joe Veleno signing, for example, right?
Yeah,
and it's super low risk, but like, you know, this is a guy that was at one point thought to be like a top 10 prospect in his draft year, and obviously it hasn't worked out quite the way that he expected it to, but like from my perspective, that's using your money wisely. And I also think that if they don't use the cap space come trade deadline, cap space is going to be such a crazy commodity next free agency with all of those huge people that are going to be up for contracts, right? So I think that that's the other thing that's kind of interesting to kind of watch it all play out.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I guess that Montreal conversation also kind of pertains to one thing that we're going to talk about is like the teams that most improved, because I think Montreal is right up there. Like Montreal adding Noah Dobson and Zach Bolduc as their main components, and like those 2 additions, and then shedding off some, like trimming the fat of like David Savard, Christian Dvorak, Yoel Armia. I think just
Michael
like transforms them. Yeah, Michael Pizzetta as a guy. Like Carter, you must be like feeling pretty satisfied, I guess, with the offseason.
Yeah, like it's exciting. Like the Veleno was like completely unexpected, but like an exciting like end piece to all the moves that happened. Like Armia he's just been around for so long. Like I think his time was done. Honestly, I'm sad to see Pizzetta go. Like he's just like a pit bull. So he'll do great whatever like in the role he's going to play in Toronto. Like he'll play a limited amount of time, but just be a dog when they need him to be. And Dvorak, honestly, like it's like he's so hit or miss, right? Like he was either injured or great or just nothing out of him. So it was like there's no middle ground for him. So it was as nice as it was to have him for the past few years. I think he needed a change of scenery as well. So, but no, I'm excited. The team stays young. They didn't fuck around with anything at the deadline, and they get to kind of continue along the path they're on. And like Marty St. Louis likes letting the young guys go, and so like getting rid of a few of those older pieces and then kind of giving the team back to the younger kids. I think it's going to be an exciting year for them again with another year of zero expectations, right?
Like, do you expect them to make the playoffs? Like, I feel like that there's a little bit more pressure on the team.
Well, I don't think there's any pressure because they didn't really do much. Like all they really did was get rid of pieces, right? Like like they had a wild card spot this year, but like at the beginning of last season, people were like, yeah, Montreal's 5 years away from a playoff spot, like with their current like roster and everything. So like, I guess they net zeroed at 4 pieces, right? So if anything, they're still a year away if we're talking like a player a year, right? And so I get there's a bit more pressure, but like for me, I'm just happy to watch good hockey and I'm excited that there's a chance that they can at least hit the baseline and make the wild card again. But I don't have any expectations for them though, because like they didn't do anything with goaltending. And like Montembeau's like as much as he can steal us some every now and again, he's not the guy to like carry us to and through the playoffs.
Yeah, like I feel like Montembeau is especially one of those goalies that I think are on a short-ish leash. Like it's not necessarily that he has, I don't know what his contract looks like, but he will probably be obviously next year. Yeah, so he's two years until he's a UFA. So yeah, so like those 2 years will be used to judge him and see if he can actually be a starter, like a 50 games plus, like in your season starter. So it will be interesting to see. But in my mind, Montreal kind of leapfrogged a couple teams. Like I think they leapfrogged Detroit and Buffalo for sure, because that was the whole story. That was the whole storyline of like, is it going to be the Sens, Detroit, or Buffalo that makes that jump in the Atlantic? Like, can they compete with Boston, Florida, Tampa, Toronto? And Montreal was never part of that conversation. And I think Montreal is definitely like, they might not be up near Ottawa, but I think you could argue that they're pretty close. Like Ottawa just has a couple more pieces, made some shrewd moves with getting rid of Norris, adding Cousins, and still have like Sanderson and Shabbat and a couple defensemen that Montreal kind of don't have that much. Like they have dynamic talent on the back end, obviously Lane Hudson and stuff, but I think the addition of like having Shabbat and Sanderson is different. But anyways, I'm rambling. But
I think they hurdled themselves out of like the bottom of the barrel combo for sure.
Yeah,
I think it's just where do they sit now in the logjam that's going to happen that happened this year, right? Like it's because they were right in the middle of the logjam this year, right? And so like how are they going to come out? I think is the combo that's going to be had. But yeah, they've definitely ousted that that whole combo of like these bottom 2 teams in each of the divisions, right?
Yeah, like and again, like I think it's going to be really interesting because you always see with teams that have made the playoffs and it's not necessarily run by superstars either. It's not like Toronto in 2017, was it? Yeah, 2017, that first Matthews year where they made that first round against the Caps. That was a feeling of like, oh, this team's good enough to consistently make it. They're going to be making it for a while now. It'd be a surprise if they didn't like consistently make the playoffs. Where in Montreal, they're already kind of deep into it with like Suzuki and Caulfield. Brendan Gallagher's like parting ways a little bit. So I think it's interesting with their timeline of now that they have made the playoffs, do they have the right pieces and the right mindset to kind of be comfortable with that pressure? Because I'm sure internally there's a little bit more expectation, like we were talking about. Like, sure, maybe it's some fans don't really view it as a like necessary to make the playoffs just because they're in so tight against some other teams. Like, will Boston be as bad as they were and everything like that? But yeah, like I think it's going to be really interesting to see if they're able to handle the like not having a Cinderella-esque run or like we're this young hot team that is going to make a push and be a wild card. Like, is there suddenly a little bit more responsibility like put on their shoulders?
Yeah, like I think so. Like if you think of like Suzuki and Caulfield and like the guys that have been there for a little bit now, like there's definitely more of an expectation on them now because they've gone through all 4 seasons, right? Like they've had like the shitty 0 expectations, no playoffs. They've had the Cinderella run. They've had the up against the big dogs, like, and they've had wild card and getting put out, right? So I think from them, it was like, okay, you've done it all. Like, let's see what the next step is, right? And so I think this year these next 2 years, like Montebo's kind of like, can you make it years? Like, will be very much like, okay, what has this team got?
Yeah, and like even if Montebo's the reason that they're not in the playoffs come like American Thanksgiving, I'm sure that Kent Hughes will be will be happy to make a move for a goaltender.
Yeah.
Like say if it's a like
100%. Yeah.
Like, and they have the assets to do it, picks and prospects or whatever to get that guy. I don't know necessarily who would be available, but yeah, they'd be happy to do it. Because I think even like with this conversation, I'm almost forgetting that they have like Demidov and Slavkovsky and those players and so I think the combination of like Slavkovsky, Demidov, Hudson takes the pressure off like Suzuki and Caulfield, the players that have already been there, and then even Dobson being there just makes the blue line just a lot more cohesive. So yeah, I think the major question will just be basically in net and maybe a second line center, see if they could get that before the summer's done. But yeah, things are shaping up in Montreal, and it's hard to not, even as like a hockey fan in Ontario, it does feel good when like the Bleu Blanc et Rouge are good and respectable.
That was like the most English francophone.
I know. Bleu Blanc et Rouge.
Bleu Blanc and red.
But you know what I'm saying? Even Chris, like Major Leafs fan, Killingsworth over there, like I'm sure you like when the Habs are good and like actually mean something.
Well, yeah, and I mean, like, I don't know. I don't subscribe to this, like, you know, like obviously they're a rival to the Leafs and the games are great, but like Canadian hockey teams it's better when everybody's better, right? And so like from my perspective, I don't like get caught up in the like, I would never want another team to be better than my team because
except the Oilers. The Oilers can go fuck.
Well, no, that's okay. But yeah, like it's I mean, it's hard to argue the moves, right? And I mean, like, I don't know. Kent Hughes has got like big brass ones, man. He's making changes with not like a disregard or like he's not like flippant about it. He's doing things that are gonna get the job done, right? And so it's hard to look at like what he's done and like try and poo-poo any of it because he's been willing to do the difficult things. And you know, their prospect pool is also still quite good. And yeah, like I mean, it's hard to really be upset about it. And like, I don't know, in a weird way, I kind of feel, not to make it about the Leafs, obviously, but like if I think of the Leafs off season, and we talked about that $5 million in cap space, I think if it were Dubas that was still the GM, he'd be so like it'd be burning a hole in his little tight little skinny jeans, and he'd need to spend the money, and in a lot of cases spend it like recklessly, almost like he shows this like overcommitment to guys, and it's like there's no circumstance on planet Earth where if he was still the GM that Tavares would have signed for what he signed for this time around. Like we would have been like 7 or 8
or nice,
right? Or nice, exactly. So from my perspective, it's just like, okay, this is good. Like I like what Tree's done. He hasn't like overspent. And I mean, at the end of the day, there's still a little bit of money to go around, right? So
So on the Leafs note, like what do they need to do? Like, because Chris, you and I were talking about this a little bit. Like, I don't think like between the Leafs and Vegas, I don't think that, and it's not anything that they've done, but they like with Florida staying intact, the Leafs still have like a dark shadow ahead of them. Like, so what can the Leafs do to like help them against an intact Florida team?
Because I think they need to get a puck moving defenseman, and I think that puck moving defenseman is Erik Karlsson, which I know is probably a hot take, but like
that would be sick.
It's not like this. It's not like this big. Like, of course, it's a large contract, but it's just cap space, and the Leafs don't care about money. And if you can move on from David Kampf and Calle Jarnkrok, and then you've already got some money, then. And maybe it's not Erik Karlsson, but you still need somebody that can move the puck, right? Like if Morgan Rielly is, playing top power play or like is getting looks there, like he can't do it, right? And I'm not like super, super down on Rielly. Like I know a lot of other Leafs fans want to ship him out of town, but like we've used him as a number 1 defenseman when he's probably like a 3 or like a really good, like, or a 2 with like or a very serviceable 3, right? And so and I know Erik Karlsson is not who he was all these years ago and whatever, but like I still think that somebody like him could be rejuvenated in a market like Toronto where he is the offensive guy and he can get stuff done. And I don't know. Does that sound crazy? Like, do I sound like
no like
summer Leafs fan or what?
No, like do you remember the Shane Gillis bit about this is really bad, but like the Taliban getting excited when they blow something up?
yeah.
And he's like, oh,
I know the one.
And he's like, those are my guys. That's like Rielly's reaction when he scores. He like doesn't expect it every time, and like that can't be your like offensive force. Is like somebody who has that reaction when they score, like so surprised that he did it. Right? But like I agree, like it's like Rielly is I'm a big Rielly fan from like he's just like a solid stay-at-home defenseman, like a hard worker. Like he almost plays like one of the Shens, right? Like but he's not like a puck moving or offensive defenseman.
Well, and I think that's kind of what the problem is I think they've often put him with a defensive defenseman and said like, hey, you can go be the offensive guy. Like here, here are your wings, go fly. But that's just like not really his game. And I'm not sure it's really ever been his game.
No, but I think with Keith, that one first year was when he really had a longer leash and not was handcuffed. And that was when he scored whatever the 70-ish points or something. Yeah, I think that is more like, I think that's more him. And then it's really Berube right now not wanting that kind of guy. Like, I think obviously it's just like, it's looking back and with foresight or whatever, however you say it. But like I think missing Sandin and even Liljegren at some point, like he could have been a puck mover guy that was on your bottom pair that played second power play. Like him as a bottom pair guy that can move the puck and pass and break out really well. Better than like Ben Walk ever can. I think is missed just like as a second option compared to Riley but yeah, I think Riley's just taking a little bit step back, and then it's just been a hindrance of like Berube's style and everything like that.
That was like 5 years ago, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but it's also like the coach has been it's hard. It's difficult when they have blamed their hyper offense on their playoff. Like they blamed their playoff failures on their hyper ability to be offensive and be like that. So they asked Riley to be more conservative and play more conservative when that is not him. And I think when he is at his best is when he has a little bit of a like a rover style, like Werenski under Tortorella kind of style. But I think like that's just impossible under Berube. So it's either they move on from Riley in a deal for like a Carlson or for a top 6 guy, top 6 forward, or they try to play Riley way less, or like I guess the Riley Carlo pairing is working out, but it's just like it feels like you're trying to really fit a square peg in a round hole right now with Riley in this on this blue line.
Like these past 2 years, he's seemed like Stonehands. Like it doesn't seem like he's like and I'm not sure if that's a confidence thing or if that's just like what he's turned into. Like I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember him 5 years ago.
But that's the problem though, Carter, because they've been propped up. Like he's been propped up as this like can't miss defenseman in the league.
Yeah.
And like you saying like, well, I don't really remember. Well, yeah, I think that's exactly what the issue is like people look at him as this guy that's to be like a top 20 defenseman in the league, and he's just not that guy. Like he's just
that's
not.
What I mean. Like he's Stonehands, like and kind of unmemorable, right? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm like
no, you're good. We're making the same point. You're good.
It just feels like they need to reshape the blue line. I think they just need to add someone, and Erik Karlsson could be it. Dougie Hamilton is another name that has come up. But yeah, like
either of those guys. Like I'm doing a fucking not with my ankle in the shape that it's in right now, but I'm doing a backflip for either of those guys and fucking up my other ankle. So
I was gonna say we have the ROM for Dougie, and Karlsson back in Ontario would be sick.
I just think like the storylines, dude, of like the former Ottawa captain being with the Leafs, like the storylines are just they're too juicy to like not. You know, kind of consider
him making the Eastern Conference Final, doing something that he couldn't do in Ottawa would be so. They made the Eastern Conference Final.
They
right?
did the one
Rangers
in 2017.
2017, when he went like Bobby Orr fucking mode. Sorry, making the Cup Final, doing something he couldn't do in Ottawa. It'd be really funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say he went to the Conference Final, but not the Cup Final.
Yeah, they lost in 6 or something like that. But 7, I don't know, whatever. But I think Karlsson as like it depends on what the acquisition costs too, because like obviously he puts up a bunch of points right now, so it depends on that. But I don't think his value is super high. Like his contract is crazy. So if you give them like offload Yarncroc and Kampf, like you said, that's like $4 million right there. I think.
Just about. Yeah,
and then you already have 5, and that's like 9-ish, whatever. And Karlsson's what 10.5, 11.
Something like
10,
that,
10.5, I think, with Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh retains a little bit because it's just for 2 more years.
Yeah, they'd have to retain, I think, to make it work.
You give them like Ben Danford and fucking I don't know, some guy that they drafted this year. I don't know what they even could get them really, but like would you trade? This is another point, I guess. Would you trade a Cowan for this like guy that could be over the hill, either that fits Hamilton and Karlsson? To address a problem on the blue line, but you're not 100% like sure if it's going to work out. Like Cowan also is like not going to work out. I don't know, but
I think you have to try, right? Like at the end of the day, Austin Matthews is getting older, Nylander's getting older, Tavares is getting older, right? Like by the time, like unless Easton Cowan's playing a top 6 role on your team this upcoming season, which I don't think that he's going to, like. I just think that you have to try, right? And if that means getting rid of, I'd rather give up Ben Danford personally than Easton Cowan just from a ceiling perspective. But, Kyle Dubas is a lot of things, but, he has a pretty good sense, and I mean, certainly his team has a good sense of the value of some of these recent Leafs picks. That like, I don't think that they're just going to be like, you know, they're not giving them up for free. Like they're going to have to get a top prospect back. But the Leafs are also in a position where they don't have like this great prospect pool that they had years ago, right? And in fact, the way that some of the Leafs prospects are being managed right now is a bit concerning, right? Like they gave up a top 3 prospect this past year, and he's back in Finland, right, with Niemela. And then you've also got not as highly touted as a prospect, but you've got Ty Voigt this past week that's like, yeah, I don't want to be in this contract anymore. Like release me. And essentially that's what happened there, right? So
yeah,
I don't know. It's a weird time, man.
Yeah, like I'd be surprised if either of those players are NHL players at the end of the day. But it is like interesting, especially like Hervonen is another one that went back to
Yeah,
Finland.
Hervonen's another one.
But yeah, like I think it was maybe just like them wanting to play higher minutes or something like that, or just like refine their game, because in the AHL they weren't really didn't have a great season. But I do wonder if the Leafs continue this buy low mantra that they have of like with that they did for Michelli. With I saw today Yegor Chinnikov of the Columbus Blue Jackets just requested a trade.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he is a winger just 1 year away from another RFA year, ARB eligible. He has 1 year left on a deal. I think it's 2.1 million. So they're able to fit him. What?
No, it's like you said, he's a nothing.
Yeah, he's at 2.1 million over the next 2 years. And yeah, I mean, good little player, 23. I think he's 24 now.
24.
But yeah, like he was like, remember that infamous, like they took him off the board at 20, I think it was 21st overall back in that COVID year, and nobody had even heard of him before. And everyone was like,
no.
What is he doing?
Oh, God. No, don't.
That's why I didn't say anything.
Winger.
Oh,
Winger.
Sorry, I'm sick.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to be funny for a second. I was like,
no.
Excuse
Well,
me?
he might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's
really
a
into.
He's not a player.
Really,
he just crushes a lot, you know.
He's
like,
really into neglect. Yeah, but
big, huge gridiron fan.
Huge gridiron fan.
The deep cuts.
Yeah, but yeah, like I think Chinnikov will like not cost you anything but like a 3rd round pick like Michelli did.
No, dude, he's gonna go for more than that.
Are you like no? He's not. He's a former 1st round pick, but he's like half a point a game guy, and he wants out.
Yeah, but
like,
he's still like top 6 upside probably.
Yeah, but if he even wants to be there, like that's your like. What did Pavel Buchnevich went for like a 2nd round pick? Like that's the kind of move of like,
yeah,
like this guy that wants to be out and is like, I'm done being here. He doesn't really have a spot because like if Voronkov is on the wing, they added Charlie Coyle, so Voronkov is probably on the wing with Charlie Coyle in the middle. Kirill Marchenko is on the other wing, and then you have Boone Jenner, you have Miles Wood, Cole Sillinger, Kent Johnson still up there, Fantilli.
You could
added
put
it was
like Chinnikov, like not in Marner's spot necessarily, but he's a lefty that plays the right wing primarily.
Yeah.
And I don't know what his results were last year offhand, but I'm looking at the year before, and 29 points in 53 games. I think he was injured that year.
Yeah, he has a bad. He's been battling a back injury, so he only played 30 games last year, but he scored 7 and goals and 15 points. So half a point, but like that's also with, I'm sure, I'm not gonna open like Natural Stat Trick and find out his teammates or his usage or whatever. But
what's his WAR?
yeah, buddy. But like actually his WAR's pretty good. I think I saw that. But
okay, we out here.
But yeah, like I could see that as a perfect move of just like even give up a Ben Danford and get like Chinnikov in a 3rd back or something like that. Like I think Chinnikov is like a guy that you get and try to make something more out of, just like Michelli. Just like you had a bad year, your team doesn't really want you anymore. You barely played last season, but it was because of injury, not healthy scratches like Michelli in Utah. But yeah, like I think that's another perfect example of like you get a guy that has way more scoring potential and like actual impact potential compared to like a Domi or Bobby McMahon, who you have projected Nick Robertson. Like even if it's like Nick Robertson going back to Columbus, like fuck, just like do that. Like I could see it as you take on this player that has so much potential, and Toronto is the right environment for players that want more. And I could see him wanting like that very classic Russian stereotype of wanting to play in New York or LA. Like Toronto is basically a Canadian version of that, and the spotlight is bright. So yeah, I think that'd be a perfect option right now. Just like again, I don't know how much it would cost, but I think that's a reasonable ask. That's not like unrealistic for them to target.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm just.
I gotta blow my fucking nose.
I don't know, man. I just like. We are peak off season right now.
Yeah, you know what this off
I mean,
season
yeah, we're
has
talking
me
about fucking
saying.
Ewerton. What?
Yeah, this off season has me saying that Nylander has aged the best out of all of those core group of Leafs. Like when you were saying like Matthews is getting older, Nylander's getting older, like they're all getting older. I'm like, Nylander is like the fine wine out of all of those guys. And that's coming from a guy that hates Nylander. Like this season has me like thinking about watching him playing hockey this winter.
What was I gonna say? I had something I wanted to say to you, Thomas, when you're done coughing over there.
What?
Zayd Wisdom back with Lehigh Valley.
Yeah, sick story. I was gonna write an article on how the Marlies should just sign him, but yeah, I like
the story there. They let him go, and then he came back. Is it an AHL deal? It looks like it is, right?
Yeah, it's an AHL deal. So yeah, Zayd was obviously came on as a teenager when like the OHL wasn't playing during COVID. He scored like 13 goals or something in like 30 games as an 18-year-old in the AHL. So it was really impressive. But yeah, and then he just hasn't made an impact since. Played a little bit in the ECHL, and then last season had a really big bounce back year. Scored at a decent rate, looked good in the playoffs, a really impact player. But yeah, they just left him unqualified, or didn't send him a qualifying offer as an RFA. So then they ended up bringing him back on an AHL deal, so he doesn't count against the contract limit. And I think that the Flyers also didn't qualify Elliot Denoyer, and I think that was a little bit of a surprise too. But I think that they're making room for the upcoming contracts that they have to do. So if Porter Martone signs, that's another contract. And then at the end of the year, say like a Shane Van Saggy is like done after 2 years at Michigan State, that's another contract. You sign like Jack Nesbitt or something if he wants to stay the full year, like all take the next year in the OHL, and then you come into do that AHL, that new AHL rule that has been reported on, not cemented, but that teams are able to have one 19-year-old in the AHL, and potentially it's like just a first round pick. So like Jack Nesbitt's the perfect option where like he's a 6'5" dude. He can handle the AHL fine. And maybe if he takes a step this year with Windsor, then he can show that he's ready to make that pro level. That's another contract. So yeah, so like I think they're at 47 contracts or something right now. So I'm sure that they're at a stage of like really being cautious and cognizant of it. So that's why they kind of decided to part ways with Zayd on an NHL deal. And then he's back in the AHL with the Phantoms, which it's interesting because I was going over, this is peak off season. If we're talking about fucking peak off season, I was going over the Lehigh Valley Phantoms depth chart.
Oh my god!
Going through a potential lineup because it's fun. It's like the Phantoms are going to be really interesting this year because they have obviously incoming the two Knights players in Denver Barkey and Oliver Bonk. You have Carson Bjarnason coming from Brandon as a goalie that will play probably 30 plus games in the AHL, turn pro. You have Devin Kaplan, who was able to play one NHL game last year, coming from BU. Alex Bump, if he doesn't make the Flyers, he's going to be down there as well. And then you have like Nikita Grabenkin, former Leaf.
We miss him every day.
Yeah, there's so many interesting players that are getting added to this team, and then you already have. So I think Wisdom is either going to be like a fourth line guy or playing the ECHL, honestly. So I think keeping him on an AHL deal just makes sense. But yeah, I think
it's probably not a bad place for him to start to get his kind of his swagger back a little bit, right?
Yeah, gets scoring a bunch of goals in Reading and stuff.
Already said it, but if you didn't, he's had some like pretty nasty injuries that have been.
I could barely hear you. Are you like what? Are you away from your laptop or something?
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. That was weird. You're like, you sounded like you were across the room.
No, I'm here, babe.
Okay. Oh,
you're good. Don't be scared. Yeah, no, he. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, all of his injuries. Didn't he like break his collarbone or something?
I forget. I know he had like a fucked up knee, maybe.
Yeah, he had like a pretty nasty injury, I thought, was kind of how I remember it, but maybe I'm wrong.
Was it his? Yeah, shoulder. Sorry, shoulder was 2021. Yeah, his shoulder.
Yeah, so like that's.
Oh, I wrote the fucking article. Okay.
Oh my god, you're so dumb.
Embarrassing.
So dumb.
Wow.
No, I love you. I'm just joking, but yeah, it's a bit strange, right? Like how this is all kind of coming together now, but
I mean, yeah, like it's the Flyers just being cautious of like who they're going on with, because not that like we're doing Phantoms chat on this pod, but like they changed the coaching staff from Ian Lapierre, who's like NHL tough guy, like real like grinded out kind of AHL coach, after failing as an NHL assistant, to John Snowden, who was assistant there before, and then like adding these young guys who worked with Danny Briere in Maine for the Maine Mariners when Danny owned that team and managed that team.
Yeah.
So like adding young guys who are video coaches, so it's a lot more like progressive, developmental. I got there.
It took a second, but we're here.
A lot more that kind of focus rather than like getting the AHL vets under wraps and everything like that. So it's gonna be really interesting here. I'm gonna be like tuned in way more. Read broadstreethockey.com for that stuff. But yeah. Carter, did you get a little lunch?
No, they brought me back a $1 drink. $1 any size, only on the app. Cannot
free sparkling.
Oh yeah, free sparkling water. They give you a hard time, but if you ask for water, they'll go sparkling. They'll go spicy if you ask.
Ooh, hate spicy water.
Do you hate it?
So it's just not for me. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I've actually, the thought of accidentally drinking spicy water like makes me gag. So
oh wow,
yeah, absolutely not. You guys can keep all that bubbly away from me.
And your palate's been evolving over the past few years. Like you like biryani now, you like Indian food. You like,
I mean, Indian food is sick because let me explain. When I worked in North York, I worked with a lot of Indian people, and they would just give me food to try because I'm like the whitest person alive. They'd be like, "Oh, try this," and some of it was just like destroyed my insides because of how spicy it was, and I like wasn't prepared whatsoever.
They're all snickering behind your back. Like, look at the white guy. Look at the little white boy.
Vividly. I think I've told you guys this story before, but when I was growing up, there was a place. Well, and I mean Carter was there too. Obviously, there was a place downtown Barrie that was. The name is going to escape me here. Oh fuck, I can't remember. It was a Jamaican place, right? And so they did like Caribbean food and like, you know, all the good stuff. And they did they had samosas there, and I'd never had samosas before. So I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. But up until probably like 3 or so years ago, I thought that samosas were like Caribbean food. I didn't know that it was like you know, more commonly associated with kind of Indian food. So anyhow,
like West Indies.
Here, like, yeah, you know what I mean, like that, not Jamaica, obviously. Yes. So Anyways, I remember one time saying to some, they were like, "Oh, like, do you like?" Someone had asked me, "Oh, like, do you like Jamaican food or like Caribbean food?" I was like, "Yeah, like I love samosas," and they absolutely tortured me for like months. And so, but the cool part is that all of my Indian coworkers would bring me in samosas from like their local spot or stuff that like a family member may have made them, and I would just eat samosas for lunch for like weeks at a time. It was amazing. So, anyways, that's my story.
That's sweet. I love
It's
samosas. What is it like?
off season mode, baby.
Yeah,
That's
for real. I did see it. I did see a funny. Sorry, Carter. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm just surprised after all of this like palette of all things spicy water still hasn't made the cut.
No, fuck no, and it never will.
That's so funny. What have you ever tried?
No.
Have you ever tried like the ones that taste like pop?
Oh, those are so fucking good.
Those are so like the
ones that taste like pop.
what is it? What's it called?
It's
PC,
the President's Choice
on
ones.
PC, it's like the cherry vanilla
yeah.
one tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I've had that one before. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's. I mean, don't like, don't piss on my
Pretend.
hand and tell me it's raining. You know what I mean?
Don't try and trick me.
Yeah, like I can't do it, man. Like it's just not.
That's like
like,
telling a kid watermelon's candy.
Yeah, like I'd rather, for me, like I'd rather just have like a Coke Zero where it's like not gonna be like that, all that sugar, but I still get something that's like tasty. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Did you guys see? Could I like hard left turn here quickly?
Of course, we're going nowhere. So yeah.
Okay, so did you guys see this Coldplay concert cheating scandal on Twitter yet?
Yeah. Are we the podcast that just talks about the most viral videos and then clips them? And then
oh yeah, this is huge right now. We're gonna get another 100,000.
Yeah. We're gonna and then next we're gonna talk about
Coldplay cheating. Shane Gillis, Epstein.
Yeah, Shane Gillis, FCs,
whatever. Those the SB jokes that he made yesterday, dude, I was fucking crying. And the only reason that I did that bit today in the group chat was because I was influenced by him being like, "Oh yeah, like shout out to whatever that lady's name is, like 4-time All-Star," and then everyone was clapping, and they were like, "That's not a real person. That's my friend's wife."
Yeah,
when he was like, and he's like, "Bookie." That's what Bill Belichick reads to his girlfriend before bed.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Dude, he's so good, man. But this Coldplay video, like I'm seeing all of the like discourse on the internet, man, and like they tracked down his wife's Facebook page, and people were leaving public comments like, "I hope you leave his ass," and like linking the video. And then I just saw a few minutes ago when I refreshed my page here that he like she took his last name off of her Facebook name and like removed her like profile picture, and the video is cinema, truly. Like, this is what happens when you cheat, you dumb bastard.
Yeah,
don't do it.
Did you see that also the woman next to them, the couple, is apparently someone that HR just like, so she's the head of HR for this company apparently. I'm trying to like piece it together, but it's all just from like people quote tweeting the video. And it's like so this company, this billionaire or whatever, CEO, and then she's the head of HR. And then the person next to them is like someone that HR just promoted to be like the assistant director of HR or something. So it's just like a total mess, which is hilarious. And just like, yeah, it's just yeah, it's crazy.
It's not good, man. Like I fucking, I don't know, man. This is, you can't cheat on your wife, right? When you do your nuptials, you say that you're not gonna, and then and at a Coldplay concert, brother.
Yeah, that's like, not even a good concert to do it at.
100%. Do it at like, like maybe the next time Marauders in town, like maybe that's when you do it.
holding your coworkers by the hands at Marauder.
We're such bitches right now.
A coworker to Marauder.
You're like a CEO.
Oh my god.
That was like at the ad agencies, everyone's like, "Oh, like so your band's playing tonight? Maybe we'll come." Like,
Oh my
what
God.
kind of music do you guys play? I'm like, we're not playing anymore.
Yeah, we actually just broke up.
Sweet. That's crazy. Yeah.
We're not regretfully we're not going to be able to play for all of our fans. I'm sorry.
It's even worse when I guess it's somewhat similar of like not wanting to play or like people come whatever, but even when I like a regular jazz gig at like this bar in Toronto, like Saturdays nights or whatever. And like it was strictly for me to play, like we'd play hip hop beats basically of like but jazz, like instrumental whatever.
Oh, cool.
But it was basically
That's
like
funny.
it was pure.
You never told us, Thomas. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I would have went to
like,
that, bro.
It was like 2018 or something, 2017.
We were friends then, I think.
I know we were. But no, but this is what I'm saying. Like I'm actually no, it was 2015 because I remember it was going on when I met Emily.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah. Sorry, who's Emily?
Anyways, my wife.
Oh, right. Sorry.
My sister.
That's true.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, so that was like it was purely like we weren't on a stage or anything. We like took out a table and we were there with the drums and everything. And it was like purely just to be background, like we're not in an event. Like people would come in and walk by and be like, "Oh, there's a band playing. Let me like." They'll go to have dinner or whatever. But it's not like we're like on a stage and like you're watching the show. So when people are like, "Oh, let me come by and like I'll see you guys or whatever," it's like, hello.
Sorry, I had a cough and I didn't mute myself, so I don't care. I'm sorry. We're all human.
But yeah, I would say like when people would like come by or whatever, and like, and it was just awkward because I would just like stand there and just like play, and then like it was purely for background. So like, it's not any like a show or like we're not entertaining anyone. So it's just like me. Yeah, it was just
that's
weird.
just your perception, dude. There might be people that are there just to see you slap at a bass.
Yeah, just play like Outcasts.
Slap it a bass, man.
Is that what you were playing? Was Outcast?
That one song, the do 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 do. That one.
So fresh and so clean.
So fresh and so clean. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Thomas.
We did that. We did that one 50 Cent song, Not Into Club.
Patiently waiting.
Thomas.
I don't know. I forget.
If you guys ever want to hear me like just break it down like rap style on the pod, ask me to do Eminem's verse in Patiently Waiting. I'll do it. You just gotta ask.
We were already talking about that earlier in the podcast.
I know. I'm just telling you that like he has this part about 9/11 where you're just like, holy fuck, man. Remember like all the post 9/11 music, and there are like all these references to like the Twin Towers and shit, and you're just like, those are bars. Like this is so good.
I mean, I was 6 when 9/11 happened, so Jesus was like Christ. Barney.
Oh, so you were alive when the towers went down.
Yeah.
I hate that you put it that way, but I guess, yeah. Oh my god. Sometimes I like forget, like, you know, when we have players on like our hockey team. Carter, you've heard me say this a million times, but we're past the point where like all of our players pretty much on the team, none of them were around for 9/11. So they can't possibly, like, I can't possibly relate to somebody who wasn't around for 9/11, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't. Those are kids that like that wasn't part of their childhood.
Yeah. But they were around when John Cena came on and said that they'd finally gotten Osama bin Laden. So that's the good news.
It's basically the same thing.
That's like the wrestling I can get behind.
There's a generation of people, myself included, that first heard that we'd gotten Osama through John Cena.
What do you say?
He said like we got her or something, didn't he? Or
no, it was compromise to a permanent end. I'm doing John Cena. Here. How is this on the? Oh God, I'm gonna share this. This is our clip. Yeah. This is what we're ending with.
I walk out here every night with hustle, loyalty, respect on my sleeve. That is a credo I've adopted from the men and women who defend the freedom of this country.
Yep.
Oh my God. The pop.
We have caught and compromised to a permanent end Osama bin Laden.
Whoa! Whoa!
The pop is crazy.
That guy. That's so funny. I didn't know it was a
USA.
that was just wrong.
USA. Man, he's bigger now.
Yeah, he's on that HB8.
Yeah,
He's jacked.
God,
Okay,
I
don't
love
know
his
how
body.
this is a minute
This is
longer.
something tonight. But I feel damn proud to be an American.
The craziest part is that's not his
Oh my
accent.
god, the music. That's so funny. Sorry.
Like, if you hear him
playing
talk now,
John Cena's
that's not his accent. Like, he just
Yeah,
talks
but that was
almost
like
su-
that was still like John Cena doing, this
All
is
American
basic
John
thugonomics. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I think I know the title of this podcast. It's something that Carter already texted us. If you could say.
Oh yeah.
Because we're just
100%.
covering it every topic. But yeah, that was
Yeah.
like George rapping to the stage.
Yeah, George coming out with like the big chain on.
Spinning
that was
bells.
like kind of peak John Cena, honestly. Like, I know he's on his like retirement tour right now, and like he's gonna go against Cody here. Not Cody Meskey, Carter, Cody Rhodes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Gold Dust's brother. But anyways, fuck, there's something. Oh, Carter, did you want to talk? This is such a bad pivot. What did you do this weekend? We go from Gold Dust to Carter. Well, you do kind of give like a bit of a Gold Dust vibe, though, Carter.
Yeah. What else was gold?
Thanks, boys.
Yeah, what else was gold? There it is. Thank you, Thomas. You saved me.
The ring that I gave to my fiance this weekend.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah. Another hitched up white guy. 3 white guys.
That's
all hitched up.
Welcome back to the 3 married wife guys, mostly hockey, mostly not podcast. I love it. Dollar drinks.
Yeah, it was good. Friday we did it. We went up, we did a hike, and this old Asian couple like left the peak. So that's when I went to go ask, and then when I went to go ask, all I heard behind me was, "Oh."
I love it. You should have got them to take photos.
They took some photos. I'll send some photos.
God bless them.
Are
they getting the invite or no?
Oh yeah, my friends.
I love them.
My new friends will get the invite.
They sound amazing.
Then Saturday, I started drinking at noon, and I only ate lunch, and I didn't get the chance to eat dinner. And so we went to the Stampede. I provoked a few cops, and then
I didn't hear this part of the story. Go on. Give us some background here.
Well, normally, like every year, Kennedy like takes a selfie with like Stampede cops that wear the cowboy hat and then sends it to my dad. Like it's been going on for years now. And I thought she asked them to take a selfie and they said no. And then I heard them call her an idiot. So I like turned around and I said, excuse me, did you just call her an idiot? And then the guy was like, no. I was like, okay, good, thank you. And then I walked away. But then I heard Kennedy called them rodeo clowns. And I'm like, oh, that would have been bad. Because if they would have said yes and I would have got mad at them, then it would have been a whole thing for nothing. And so I was gone by that point, and that was like 4 p.m. And then we went to the chuck wagon race, which apparently is brutal. Like horses die, they have to kill them like on the track.
What?
What? Excuse
Yeah,
me?
I like because it's a race with like a wagon, and if a wagon like runs over a horse, they have to put it.
Oh yeah, I actually saw something online about a guy pulling out like a like a buck knife and like breaking the horse like free of the harness or something. I saw that shit.
Yeah, it's insane. So like
Do you
they had to
want to
bring
see
out
it? It's on YouTube.
they had to like bring out the
No.
black curtain like when we were there, like because they had to like cattle slug a horse. It was
Wait,
insane.
so you couldn't pull up the Coldplay video, Thomas, but you can pull up a horse going through some shit.
Sorry, I'm watching it now.
and
Okay, no,
but I didn't watch I hardly watched any of it because I was so drunk and
you're buckled. Yeah,
I was buckled. I made 2 boyfriends inside of the Stampede grounds.
that's crazy.
I'll send you guys a photo. It's pretty funny.
I'm glad that you had fun though.
Oh, it was great.
So how long were you in Calgary?
And then I fell asleep at the bar.
Oh yeah,
at the end of the
I
night.
think we've all been there before.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna send you a picture of me and my boyfriends. This
love
is
it.
an insane photo. I have no recollection of this.
Dude, recollection's stupid. Who cares? Just have fun.
And then I fell asleep.
Where's the cropping on this?
Can you put that in the chat or put that on the YouTube?
Oh,
Look at the hand.
yeah, I just saw that.
Oh, that
Ins-
fella.
You just like full on gripping your stuff.
Jesus.
Like, yeah, he's grabbing the back from the front.
oh my goodness.
It's like, that's my new boyfriend.
That's
I don't know how to
crazy.
put-
I mean, he's handsome.
Yeah, he's really cute. And then here's me at the end of the night. Alyssa just left me to sleep for like an hour and a half. while they went
Dude, you
partying.
look
Oh my god.
you look like what's it called? Like just like unwell. Like I don't know.
The-
I'm trying to think of
the
like
water in front of you
a
is
reference. Yeah.
the untouched
You
water.
ever mixed in a water, buddy?
No, apparently, like, Carter, we need to give you some food and water. And I said, I don't want any of it.
Yeah, fair
just-
enough.
Then I fell asleep.
Imagine they offered you spicy water and like that was the issue.
I would have had that.
I mean, yeah.
Ew, fuck,
It's just delicious.
disgusting.
But no,
What
it's
were you
good.
what
She
were you
said-
drinking?
They're honestly like the best drinks.
Cut waters?
Ever. So the cut water is what put me over.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
no joke.
that's how it
Yeah, and I
usually
was
goes,
like-
yeah.
I was like, oh, the last time I drank cut water, I was Fucky the drunk clown as well. So maybe cut waters are the problem. But no, they're actually called ranch waters, and they're only 5%, but they're like
Okay.
spicy water, tequila, and like fruit juice.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a shred for the wed. So I'm watching my cows now,
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I've been thinking long and hard about that. Like, what are we doing to be in the best shape of our lives for
Yeah.
Carter's wedding? You know,
Yeah, and we're drinking ranch waters.
and we're drinking. Yeah, I might go missing that weekend. Honestly, I'm
we
gonna
have
be as drunk at your wedding as my wife was at my wedding, and as I was at my own wedding, which doesn't really help anybody, but we'll have fun. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah, I want you to.
I'll be DD.
Ew, no,
It'll
don't
be-
do that.
We'll get Kevin to bring his new fling, and then Chris can chew her out.
I mean, I'm down.
She didn't even say hi to me. She didn't
She
even
didn't even
say
say
hi
hi
to me.
to me. Oh, gosh,
Of course,
that
no
was
one knows what we're talking about. But
that
that's
was a bad time.
fine. Yeah. Anyways,
Oh
I think
my
that's
God.
a good ending.
Is that
Congratulations, Carter. What? I don't know.
Thanks, boys.
no? No. Talking about Carter's engagement is absolutely a great thing to talk about. I thought you were talking about let's end it on us being drunk at my wedding. Were you drunk at my wedding, Thomas?
No, I don't think so.
Yes, you were a good little.
I
good little-
was. I was.
think
also.
I might have had a couple, but like, yeah, that was it. I don't know. I don't really.
I thought you liked to party. Am I
don't know,
mistaken?
I'm a responsible father now.
Yeah, that's fine, but you weren't then.
No, I wasn't.
But,
But yeah, I don't think I drank a whole lot at your wedding. I think I was like, yeah, maybe a few beers, but like not anything more than like
You weren't blackout.
nothing that got me over the social anxiety, you know. I think that got me over that edge.
The craziest, like, all I remember at the end of the night is drinking with Caitlin in her pajamas, laying flat on her back in the middle of the barn.
And then, she was overserved.
And then Drake still dancing.
Oh, the whole night.
Like
he literally danced the whole night. Yeah.
Best. Like he's got that like particular gay gene where you can dance for 12 hours and not get tired.
I wish I wish I had it, brother.
Yeah.
All right, this is relevant because Carter, I last night when we were having dinner and Clem wasn't having her salmon, we sometimes we pull the or we learned this from Chris and Robin of showing videos of other kids that Clem like. I know Dallas likes like videos of himself, but
it's a narcissistic thing for him.
Yeah, but
he comes by it honestly.
Clem first you sent that video of Dallas last night and I showed Clem while she was eating and she was like tuned in and ate something. So I was like, okay, let's just keep doing this, replaying. And then I went through other videos and then I eventually landed on the one of Mambo number 5.
Excuse me, I coughed again. I'm sorry, boys. I'm fucking dying over here.
You better apologize. Of Carter dancing to Mambo number 5 in the morning after your wedding.
Oh, nice.
And then Clem loved that and finished her dinner watching that on a loop for like an hour. So
it's called Control Boys.
Yeah.
You just have great balance. Like you can just do things that other people can't, and it's impressive. It's
all
so
in high heels. Yeah.
In high heels.
In high heels.
The craziest
dancing to Mambo number 5.
Because like I like most women I know don't move in heels as well as you did that day. So like,
what can I say, boys? If we reach another 100,000, we'll leak the vid.
It's one of the greatest videos.
That might hit 100K.
I think could hit 100K for sure.
Yeah, easily. I think that's a good spot to add. We got some hockey talk. We got some personal one that people will probably tune out of if they're just listening for the hockey talk.
They're like, I was only listening for the Lehigh Valley. The Lehigh Valley
depth chart.
Some people get that. Some people get those comments. Another pod on the YouTube channel, and then on the BSH pod feed of Fly Perbly, they like bullshit for the first 5 minutes, and they start talking about hockey. And people comment like, "Oh, I'm not here to talk about like your favorite breakfast sandwich in Philadelphia, or whatever." Blah blah. I'm like, just fucking chill. People like
those people.
Sorry, you're not fucking like Chris Johnson talking about like Bitcoin or fucking bullshit.
Yeah, like what's the point of having a podcast if you can't just like use it as a way to like talk about your life and like experiences and shit like that? I don't know. Boring. That sounds so awful. I hate that.
Anyways, catch us doing the same thing next week. Yeah, this has been HOSERS 128. Do you want to do
the Milwaukee Admirals depth chart next week?
Yeah. I was thinking Syracuse Crunch, honestly.
Hey, that's what Scotty Sabrin just signed, actually. So as a guest. Maybe not. Probably not.
Yeah, no, be good. Okay. I'm gonna end the podcast.
Okay.
Everyone good?
Love you guys.
Bye, boys. Love you.
Bye.